A lot of us are taking actions based on what other people are telling us, or we're allowing other people to influence us. Hey guys, it's Terry. So good to see you. So we have here a weekly energy reading. So this reading is going to go from all throughout the week of August 31st. So from Monday to Sunday, right? But just know that if you don't watch this during that time, maybe you're watching this like further into the future, or like, you're watching this next year or something like that. Not to worry, these are timeless readings with the intention of just getting the message from Spirit across to those who need to hear it at the right time. So there is such a thing as divine timing. So if you're not listening to it when this is posted, it's totally and completely okay. You're really not missing out on anything, okay? And also remember, this is a reading for the collective, which means not all this information is going to resonate with everyone. So just take what does and toss what doesn't. And if you would like something more personal, more private, we can arrange that. You can just book a reading with me at terryhuberman.com. So let's get right to it, shall we? When I asked Spirit, I was like, hey, knock, 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 Spirit, what can you share with me so that I can give it to the collective? And I heard dance like no one is watching. And I was like, oh, fascinating. I'm even getting chills on it right now, which is really telling me that a lot of us have been caring too much about what other people are thinking. And I do feel like a lot of us are being not necessarily guided, but a lot of us are taking actions based on what other people are telling us, or we're allowing other people to influence us. In other words, we're leaking our energy onto other people, right? So we're taking too much like what other people are saying as either the truth, and we have to now start acting or being a certain way, or we're just really not authentically listening to ourselves and what our own hearts have to say for us. Because of course, what is good for the collective isn't necessarily good for us individually, right? And we all have our truths to live. So, it reminds me of that saying, like, give none of the fucks. So this week is going to be a really great week for us to stop caring so much about what other people think and then actually acting out on it, right? So now what I'm not going to tell you to do is tell your boss to fuck off if they give you an assignment or something like that. But what I am here to tell you is that if you're caring too much about what your boss is thinking when your boss hasn't even like expressed anything to you, but you're kind of in that mindset where you're just kind of like mulling, marinating, resonating, and just really like ruminating on something that may not even be true or hasn't even been mentioned yet. You're caring too much about what the other person thinks. Now, a lot of us will do this as a way of fawning, okay, which is a survival response of needing to always get approval from someone and do something, anything all the time, over function, over give, because we're afraid of maybe being rejected or abandoned or something like that, which is a survival response. But this is a week for you to practice not doing that. So if you can catch yourself kind of being in that mindset of, I'm caring too much about what someone else is thinking, what you'll also be able to do is reserve your energy. So in this process, a lot of us are giving our energy away. We're giving pieces of ourselves, pieces of our soul that people haven't earned or people don't quite deserve. So this week, it's super important for you to reserve and maintain your energy and to sort of be aware. What are the thoughts going on in my head? Where am I giving my focus and awareness to, right? Because remember, where we place our focus is where our energy is going to go. So if we're focusing way too much on outside of us, we are leaking our energy. And Spirit is saying this week, let's give none of the fucks about that. Let's just like do us. You do you, boo. That is what Spirit is saying this week. So I've got my cards here. Let's pull some cards and see what the implementation tools are, or, how we can go about, navigating our way through this week. I'm picking my cards. I am picking 4 cards. So just bear with me a second while I pick these. Whew. This deck is like really big for my hand to handle. So I have to kind of like manhandle it in a much different way. I like that word, manhandle. I was working with one of my mentees. Is that what you would call it? My mentees. I was teaching her card reading, and she was having a struggle also grabbing the cards, and I'm like, you'll learn how to manhandle them. And she started laughing, and I'm like, God, I really love that word, manhandle. All right, you guys. Manhandle. I have the cards right here, and let's do a reveal, shall we? We have the 9 of clubs. Okay. El Cantarito. Very good. Very, very good. Miracles. Wonders of wonders. Miracles of miracles. Excellent. And we have the 7 of air. So this is the energy we're working with this week. 7 of air, miracles, 9 of clubs, and El Cantarito. Okay, so when I put this together and I marry it to the message from Spirit about giving none of the fucks and stop leaking out the energy, what happens is if we actually listen to Spirit this week, for whatever reason, if we choose to, because again, everything is a choice. We have nothing, like nothing I say is ever set in stone. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it, right? So this week, a lot of what we're thinking, if we're thinking too much outside of ourselves and we're trying to impress somebody, I'm just going to say it like that, impress somebody, whether it's your job, a lover, a date, a family member, a friend, whatever it is, we need to bring that to a close because it's actually inhibiting and standing in the way of us creating our reality. And that could be a reason why whatever it is you're working towards, your goal or working on, whatever you want to bring into your life, is slowing down because you're placing your focus and awareness outside of you instead of inside of you. And our reality will actually reflect what's inside of us. So if we're way too concerned about what other people are thinking, we're not going to be able to bring in those lovely, lovely miracles towards us, which it does feel like we've got, as Abraham Hicks would say, in our vortex. It's all there. It's all waiting for us. We just have to go with the stream. We just have to allow this. We have to be open to receiving this. So the reason why a lot of us are stuck on our goals this week is because we're caring too much about what other people are thinking, and we are maneuvering and changing ourselves out of inauthenticity. So we're not being really authentic with ourselves, right? So for example, I might say like, well, if it were me, I would do it this way, right? So do it that way. Fucking do it that way, because that is going to put you downstream towards your goals, okay? When you're thinking too much instead of being, so that you can receive those breadcrumbs of the soul so your path can be revealed, you're gonna get blocked. And your physical reality is going to show you over and over and over again. You will be put into situations and scenarios where you are proving that point that you're being really stubborn about, okay? So none of that this week. Just stop. Stop. Because this way it will be better for you towards reaching your goals. All right, you guys. So Spirit's being super clear and super succinct and just going, look, this is the way it is. You stop giving the fucks about what other people think and you do you. All right, short and sweet, very nice and easy. I love it. What am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. Hey, if you like all of this stuff, why don't you work with me? I offer one-on-one coaching where I can help you get into your intuition and out of indecision, right? I can teach you how to shift your energy so that you are in alignment. So you stop giving a fuck about what other people are saying. And you can go downstream and live a life of freedom, joy, and security, if that sounds good to you. On my website, there is a button that says Shift Happens, because I've got a program. It is 12 sessions, so it's more more than just a one-off reading, but there are readings. There's energy, breath work, and healing and coaching to get you thriving in that life of freedom, joy, and security. Stop with the indecision. Stop sitting there going, should I, shouldn't I? I can help you. I can teach you to do that. If that sounds good, click the Shift Happens button on my site, terryhuberman.com, and we can schedule either a Zoom or a phone chat, and we can talk, and I can see if I can help you, right? Maybe I can help you. Are you really ready for change in your life? Maybe you are. Maybe you're not, but we can figure that out, and we can talk more about what your specific needs are, because this is a very tailored program to your specific needs. So if that sounds good, check out the Shift Happens section of my website, terryhuberman.com, and I'll see ya on the flip side.